3 weeks into 2021, 3 murders on the books. The deadly tally continues apace in the new year. The latest fatal shooting happened at Asukaye, Grace, Vieux Fort. According to preliminary reports, shortly before 8 o'clock on Monday evening, the assailants made their way to the victim's home via the bush at the back of the house. They encountered him between his garage and his residence and discharged several rounds at him. He stood no chance. Kurt Celestin, the victim's brother, says he and the deceased sibling, 32-year-old Malcolm Celestin, were the only 2 members of his immediate family in Saint Lucia. He says this is all too difficult to bear.
I was on my way from Castries to Vieux Fort. I had a message from my brother. He called me, tell me, can I bring it up for him? I was like, nah, because I had to go to the hospital to check on my wife. And so I went and dropped a message for a bus driver and asked him to just drop it for my brother. And like 15 to 20 minutes later, while I'm at the hospital, they're calling me and telling me that someone shot my brother. And so I had to leave immediately. And when I get on the scene, I saw he was lying down in the garage in a pool of blood with all his face had blood spill over. As for more details, I do not know who did it. I do not know where the person come from. I do not know what dealings that he and the person had. I do not have these kind of details, but he's just one of my last brother, biological brother by mother and father. And so it was just more the 2 of us. But however, I just pray God that, that justice will be seen.
One of the neighbors says the sound of gunfire disrupted the evening silence. She says Malcolm Celestin was a friend of hers.
My son was inside there. When he heard the gunshot, he went out. Slowly he went out. And I think he went up the road. So when he came back, he told us, Malcolm, mommy, Malcolm, they killed him. So all of us ran, to come and see.
What happened?
What happened, yeah.
When you arrived, what you saw?
Yeah, I saw him. He was just lying in front of his home.
In a pool of blood?
Yeah, in a pool of blood.
You know the individual very well? Very
well. He was my friend. He was a darling to me. Yeah. He was loved by everyone.
Superintendent of Police responsible for crime, George Nicholas, says it's early days for the investigation and not much is known at this time.
In the early hours of Monday evening, the 18th of January 2021, Vieux Fort police responded to an incident in Grace, Vieux Fort, where upon arrival, they found the body of Malcolm Celestin of Grace, Vieux Fort with what appeared to be multiple gunshot wounds about the body. He was transported to the St. Jude's Hospital where he was pronounced dead on arrival. No further details are available at this moment in relation to this latest homicide.
Police sources later confirmed to News Force that Malcolm Celestin was known to them, having been arrested on more than one occasion for drug-related offences. Saint Lucia for the HTS News Force.